Hello there, I have a cat with me and I'm just waiting for green lighting off of YouTube and then we'll start. I would have done all of the quests, but after I finished the first free paralogs, I noticed, hey, I have a lot of supports, so I can't do those until I'm next on stream. Which had to wait until after my workday. Yay! So now I can actually do it. And then just 3 battles, and then it should be the Battle of Granda Field, and then there'll be the dance. Meaning all the depressing shit will start happening not long after. Yay! Here we are.
It didn't work. Odd. My logic was sound, or so I thought.
Ah, Lysithia. I've just happened upon some lovely tea leaves. Would you care to join me for a cup?
I don't think she cares.
Nope. Busy.
While I admire your dedication to research, you simply must take breaks now and again for the sake of your health.
I am perfectly capable of knowing when to stop. I'm no child, I'll have you know.
Yeah, here it goes.
Come now, take just a brief respite. Look, I've even brought snacks to go with the tea.
Respite.
Ooh, that actually looks pretty tasty. Alright, fine.
Well, what do you think? These are made especially for my house. I've loved them since I was a boy.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Actually, this is delicious. You have excellent taste, Lawrence.
Don't compliment him, it'll go right to his head and his weird hair.
Have as much as you'd like. For the sake of our friendship, I consider it well worth the investment. I'd like to know more about you, Lysithia. Where did you learn such a command of magic? When you were a child, what kind of...
Come on. Can't we just enjoy the snacks? I loathe talking about myself.
Openness is a prerequisite to successful diplomacy. You'll learn that when you take your first real steps into high society.
She could just headbutt him now.
Can you stop with the kid treatment? I mean, really? Is age the only thing you consider when engaging with others?
But there's nothing the matter with being young. There is a role to be played at every stage in life. That is how we learn and grow.
Are you even listening? Ugh, it's like you can't even help yourself but to continue treating me like a child.
I absolutely recognize your raw ability. You possess quite a rare gift for magic. I hope we can find a way for you to use that gift to help as many people as we can. Surely you can agree to that, at least.
You really are relentless. I'll spell this out for you once more. I don't care.
Nah. Good
You're
start.
headstrong, just like me. That very quality will ensure a better future for Fodlan.
I, sir, am nothing like you. You're bullheaded and boorish, and utterly fixated on the future. All you care about is what's to come. Sure, it's all well and good to be thinking about such lofty things. However, for me, the future's a very long ways off. Better to focus on the present, on the here and now.
I love how the music dims to this, because when you know the actual insights into this character and that she's likely gonna die and has no way to plan around that because she doesn't even know when her death will come, it's really sad to see her unable to even, like, potentially think of a what if for her future.
Thanks for the tea.
Oh, it's bummed her out as well. God damn it.
Lysithia?
Oh. I'm not ever romancing those two, though. I would rather sell my soul to some sort of demon. Yeah, that one's of course locked, but... okay. Let's have a look.
Nothing here.
What are you doing?
Oh, Flayn! I've just been researching the exploits of Saint Sethlene.
And why is it you're doing that precisely?
Well, painting is a hobby of mine, and I thought I might like to capture her likeness.
Well, how lovely. But how is researching her exploits necessary for painting?
If I wanted to use a statue of Saint Sethlene for my reference, it wouldn't be necessary. But that's not what I want. I wish to paint Saint Sethlene herself, looking exactly as she did when she was alive. And if I don't know anything about who she was on the inside, the image won't be true to life.
That's a really nice concept.
So I wanted to find some hints about who she was, and that's why I've been researching her deeds.
Ah, so you were hoping to find out what type of girl she was.
Girl? Interesting way of putting it, but yes, more or less.
I see. Yes, it is all quite clear to me now.
Like, to her, this would be ultimate flattery, which is really nice.
What's happening?
Okay then. Allow me to share with you what I know of Sethlene's deeds. Long ago, in a world ravaged by war, Sethlene led a secluded life with her father, Keyhole. One day, they met Saint Seiros, who was grieved by the chaos and destruction of war. And so, the three decided to join forces.
Like, this would be the closest story to the truth. But there would also still be twists within her story, since there's aspects she simply would not be able to speak about. Like, I truly believe that they probably reconvened with Seiros at another time, but she would have likely known Seiros before the war and before the grieving as well. It's like she must have... I'd assume she had to have been born before Sothis disappeared. Or at least, that's what I'd expect to be the case. Maybe she had nothing to do with the goddess herself, but she knew enough about Sothis, and clearly has as much worship of this deity as her father, who would be considered as one of her children.
Huh? But I thought the saints gathered following a revelation from the goddess.
No, I doubt
At
that.
the Battle of Tailtean, they fought against the 10 elites led by Nemesis, who sought to conquer the whole world. Sethlene tended to her allies on the field of battle, until she exhausted all her strength. Then, she fell into a long slumber.
But according to legend, she used her miraculous powers to heal all of the wounded.
Yet again, his mouth's not moving.
Interesting story, is it not? Have you perhaps learned something new about Sethlene?
Having heard all that, I'd say she seems incredible.
A very selfless being, which, yes.
Incredible? Well, I haven't heard that before. I feel certain you and I will be fast friends. Let us talk again soon.
Huh. Who knew Flame was such an expert on Sethlene?
Well, she just has to look back to memory, doesn't she? Hey. Mariana. There are some A ranks available.
These ones look good. I probably shouldn't pick them, though.
Ah, Marianne. Harvesting the crops?
Oh, yes, Linhart. I found which vegetables are ripe and ready, but would you mind picking them for me?
See, you've mistaken me for someone who sticks his hands in the dirt.
I'm just afraid that if I touch them, well...
Oh, I see. You're afraid everyone who eats them will suffer bad luck.
Yes, it's true. I wouldn't want anyone else to suffer because of me.
Oh.
Marianne, that's simply not the way the world works. You see... Oh, forget it. Tell me which ones to pick.
Aww.
Thank you so much, Linhart.
Happy to help, but I'm beat. You'll have to carry them yourself, so take them straight in, okay?
Okay.
Oh, actually, before I go, do you mind if I ask you a question? I've been thinking, isn't it more the case your crest brings happiness rather than bad luck?
Happiness? I don't understand.
Yes, happiness. Because your crest is so rare. It excites my mind and, well, if not for your crest, we might never have met. And I feel that would be a tremendous loss.
Oh, that's actually really nice. I still ship him with Flynn just because their interaction is hilarious, but oh my god, that's sweet.
Backbreaking as it was, I enjoyed today. I'm quite happy right now, and it's due entirely to your crest.
I suppose so when you put it that way, but
No, you're a good girl.
It's a huge breakthrough to know that your crest causes happiness instead of bad luck. I'd love to study it thoroughly, but only if you'd agree. Really, I just want to find a way for your crest to bring you happiness too.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I have to decline.
Aww.
I understand. May I ask one more thing, though? Could you please hand me one of those vegetables?
I don't think that's a good idea, but if you insist.
Thank you, Marianne. I think this looks like a very lucky vegetable.
This is the moment where he eats it and dies. No. I've seen this one.
Here you...
I've seen this one as well. I think I've seen this.
And he said, I don't even have a horse. Pretty funny story, huh?
Good way to start.
What is it, Shamir? You're not laughing. Didn't you think it was funny?
Sure.
So then laugh. You could stand to be a little friendlier, you know.
Do I need to be?
What do you mean, need to be? Friendship isn't about obligation. You could try being a bit warmer. Like when I first met you, I took the time to introduce myself and make friendly conversation. And you just said, "Hi, I'm Shamir." I remember thinking that you wouldn't be easy to get along with.
Now that's funny. I remember thinking you were just another knight who loved the sound of her own voice. You know, the type who's all talk but useless in battle.
Well, that's a bit harsh. Did you really think that?
Yes.
Ha!
But you changed your mind when you saw me in action.
I did. You're surprisingly strong.
Well, even though you had zero charm, you did a nice job of supporting me. Now I know that you'll always have my back. In fact, maybe I should take it easy and let you handle all the fighting.
It sounds like I'm going to be doing a lot more work around here.
We make a pretty good team. At any rate, we're bound together, so we better try to get along. Don't you think, partner?
If that's how you see it, I can't disagree.
Yeah, no, I hadn't seen that one before. She took amusement from that, at least. I need to level Ingrid, Bernadetta, Casper, Ferdinand, and Raphael to kind of balance the levels out. I could do those the next time though. I think the best way for me to go about this is to explore and give a lot of characters a break.
It's luck if you ask.
I want those two to interact more.
That smell.
This is so...
This is delicious!
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
Aww. Good girl. As it should.
tastes better. I feel the same. Let's fill up so that we feel good and energized.
Oh, that was nice, unique dialogue.
Ooh, I... That looks
That.
I did not expect...
This isn't...
This food is a revelation.
You know, sometimes I forget to eat. Does that ever happen to you, Professor?
Sometimes I forget to eat. I can't say it does, Linhart. I can't say it... Well, actually, I fall asleep. Never mind. Maybe. Bleh. B rank. Headbutt her.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Headbutt her.
How long did you expect me to stand here?
I did just say sorry, but I could say the same to you. You were pretty slow to settle on a time.
I can't help having a busy schedule. Plus, I thought you could use the extra time to prepare.
We could go back and forth like this all day. Or we could get started.
Kick her head
You're
in.
the one who kept me waiting. Let's begin.
On my signal?
Hurry up.
That's better.
Let's see what you... Huh? Oh, a pit trap?
That's playing dirty.
That's right. How you feeling down there?
Coward!
Say what you want, but Captain Gerald taught me this one. You're heavier than you look.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting that.
If this were for real, you'd be dead. Aren't you glad I put straw down there instead of spikes?
Yes, I underestimated you.
That's because most people in a private duel don't resort to being cheap.
I suppose your lateness was a ploy to distract me.
You're not wrong. I did it to rile you up, draw you in. You're capable, confident. I was counting on that. So, what do you think about Captain Gerald's training now?
His technique worked and you won. What else is there to say? Winning is all that matters. You drew my attention to a major vulnerability. I'll need to be wary of traps. Thank you, Leone.
Seeing as you're thanking me, can I ask you a favor? Will you come watch my next training session? I'd like a few pointers about fighting in close quarters.
The loser must pay tribute, I suppose. Yes, I'll help you train.
You will? Thanks!
She played that cheap. Storm.
It's peaceful here. Flowers are so calming. Just looking at these, if only people could be more... What's Byrne doing? All these nobles are just terrifying. And the commoners? Just look at Dorothea. So pretty, popular, puzzling. There's no way someone like me could ever be close with someone like that.
Byrne, are you okay?
Dorothea! Did you hear all that?
Just the part about you wishing you could get along with someone. So, Byrne, who have you got a crush on? Seriously now, you have to tell me. Who are they? Do I know them? I'm so excited for you, Byrne.
No, I was...
Me? I thought we already were friends.
That's not what I mean. Oh, I'm such a coward. I thought it would be great if we could be closer, but old memories just getting away from me.
Byrne, whatever happened in the... I thought we'd already been friends for a long time now. Please.
No.
Just forget it. We'll never be close friends. Father would just... He would just...
Wait, Father?
Kitty. Sit down then. I've got a cat who's just crawled onto my lap in the way of my controller, and he's not behaving really. He's just there. Obstacle. Yeah. Good boy. Lie down. That's all you have to do, not be in the way. Or not. Fine. Bloody cat. What? What do you want? You're just lingering around and not doing anything. Okay, you're having a cough now. Lay down. Obviously I've got their A rank. As I should. I'll look at his and Seiros. I'm interested. Ugh. And Cyril. Almira boys.
There's someone who's slightly off. Oh well, that adds some color, I suppose. I've never sung a song before, so I don't know if I'm good or bad at it.
I feel kind of bad for Cyril here. That dialogue is just the best. I've never done this before. Fuck it. Hi, Seiros.
I look forward to...
I hear that you participate.
Shit. Didn't mean to do that. Oh well. It's been done now. Can't take it back.
I've got it. It was...
Let's...
That was not...
I've come. I'm beginning. This.
I'll keep.
Professor.
I'm debating on hosting a tea party just to see what his dialogue would be. Because I don't really mind Cyril. I know that there's not much to his character other than his consideration to Rhea, but at the same time, I feel like there's gotta be something.
Do you need me for something, Professor? Thanks.
Just drink the damn tea.
It's not cooling down.
Huh! His tea manners are better than you'd expect. Someone you look up to.
That's not right.
Nope.
Yeah.
School uniforms.
Whoa. Yeah.
Perfect recipes, cooking mishaps.
Whoa. Well, I still...
So doing chores. Ah. I'm debating on
Professor, impressed?
I'm debating on this time around making Lysithea a dancer just for the sake of my amusement.
I'm getting much better.
And just because it amused me, the concept of her being a dancer.
And that is our situation.
At the same time, Lysithia's really good in grammary, considering the ×2 uses of magic. And obviously, now with increased range, it'd really be a waste to make her a dancer. I think if I ever do another route where I don't get that relic, I'd probably make her one just for the sake of my amusement.
Will surely.
I've seen this before.
Aloise, I do.
Besides,
There are...
the merchant,
You haven't heard of the Eastern Church?
the East. So, for incident,
I imagine they want...
be that it there.
You should have... The student...
Come.
We don't have time.
Welcome. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Is that thanks a bunch? Is that the thanks a bunch? Is that the thanks a bunch? Is that the thanks a bunch? Is that thanks a bunch? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the thanks a bunch? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the thanks a bunch? Is that the thanks a bunch? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
I'll probably make Flynn one then. I might make Flynn the dancer and make Dorothea Gremory. Oi, 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 oi. Just needed to make the cat go out. So.
Tremble before us! We are the great navy of Elmyra. Resist, and we'll burn this town to the ground!
The Elmyra Navy. This is going to be tougher than I expected.
They're obviously bluffing, but it seems to be working on the merchants. Shall we?
It's the knights! Please, save us! We'll reward you handsomely! It would be a disaster if they attacked our shops. Please, don't let them into town.
We've got you. Leap.
Stay focused. Each battle, a chance to grow.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Ready.
Over already? I will.
Nice level up.
To work.
Oh no. Let us away.
Put me in there.
Here goes.
Shit level up.
Right makes might, right? I'm getting it.
I got this.
Ready and able.
Hey, Casper.
I'm just getting started.
Forgive.
Annoying, but oh well.
Only a fool challenges me.
Should I have held back?
No.
Can't afford to lose.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah, it worked.
Wasn't I?
That is that.
What?
As expected.
Are we done?
that.
I am spent.
This was beneath me.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
A bit disappointing.
Yeah, no shit.
Only a fool challenges me.
It's time! That's not good.
Silenced.
The mark of nobility.
Should I have held back?
No.
This...
The town is under attack.
Are we done?
Each battle, a chance to grow.
This was beneath me.
We are the Knights of...
Silenced. Not what I was hoping for.
Shamia's doing work.
I'm...
as expected. That is that. Another one down.
I think I'm...
If the town gets damaged,
Who cares about the reward?
Are we done?
Should have trained better.
Paid us.
There we go.
Still got room to...
Well,
thank you so much.
Sort the bandits, get my reward, and finish those other two quests, and then I've got the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
good gracious.
Welcome. Is that the thanks a bunch? 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 Come back.
Stay focused. Ready.
Here goes.
Seems I prevailed.
Let us away.
I'll crush them all.
Oh no.
Put me in there.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Anywhere I can hide.
Sorry,
Whoa,
Bernadette, but
I
no.
get stronger?
Right makes might, right? Stronger than this? Put me in there.
Here goes. I had no choice.
Let us away. Let us away.
I want to distribute the experience better, so
Did that suffice?
do that.
Ready.
Here goes.
I did what I had to.
Oh no.
Put me in there. It's still raring to go. You see that?
Yeah?
I will get stronger still. Just try.
I'll be fine. No one makes it past me.
You weren't ready. You saved me.
I thought I was dead.
Put me in there. You see that? What?
Should I fall back?
Seems I prevailed. My tech... I'm certain...
It's the least I could do.
Can't afford to lose.
Forget...
I'd rather retreat.
Did that suffice?
I could have been.
I needed that.
I will need all my strength. I am spent. I am maturing at a rapid pace. Welcome. Come back.
Stay focused.
mess away. I prevailed. Who, me? Leave it to me. This is what I do.
I'll go.
Ready.
Ready when you are. Ready and willing. Sorry, but victory is mine.
Who, me?
Battle? Why am I even here?
Aiming high. Did I hurt you? Don't You underestimated me.
Not so sure about this. Guess I'm pretty strong.
Must be awful losing to me. Practice.
Ready when you are. Making Lady Rhea proud. Oh. Yeah! That's the golden deer for you.
I just worked harder.
Over already?
This is so...
This is...
You've done me a great service.
Thank you so much.
A good amount of support racked up from doing all of that. Okay. Can't do anything there, but I can.
Whew.
Time to rest.
Hey, Raphael. This scene, why is it oddly familiar?
It's almost like this stuff is drawn to me whenever I'm in town. I'm just happy I can use my muscles to help out around here.
But isn't your goal to become a knight? Running errands isn't exactly a knight's job.
I heard that proper knights always help those in need. Isn't that right?
Well, you're not wrong, but I think most people would consider that only a small part of a knight's duty. A knight's main function is to fight and defend, don't you think? That said, I'll agree that helping anyone and everyone who needs it makes you a remarkably virtuous person, which is even better.
If someone virtuous becomes a knight, they'll be a virtuous knight, right? That's about as proper as you can get.
Yes, I suppose so.
Claude's just like, how do I not crush his dreams?
I, for one, would certainly look for virtue in any knight that I recruited.
So you're saying I'm the type of knight you want to hire for House Regan?
Not
Absolutely. If I somehow actually manage to become the head of my house, that is. I can't see into the future, but you have my word that I'll do all I can to help make your dream a reality. That is, if you're actually able to let somebody help you out rather than helping out the whole world by yourself.
I'm not gonna stop helping others, but you can do me all the favors you want. All this talk of being proper is making me hungry. For my first favor, why don't you bring me a snack?
And play to him.
There you are, Lysithea. I've been looking for you. So, I have a hypothesis about your crests.
I know you're the one who sent me that anonymous letter. There are things we must discuss. Ugh, it sounded like some bizarre love letter.
What? No, of course not. However, I wonder what you would have done if it was.
Now I'm just confused and grossed out.
I'm sorry, but that is not the overall topic of discussion. Do pay attention.
Rude!
Pay attention to you? As though anything you say is worth listening to. It's not like you can tell me anything I don't already know.
You don't have a very positive opinion of your crests, do you? That's why you should listen to me. I've dug through all my books, and there's no record of anyone being born with 2 crests. You are, to be blunt, an impossible occurrence. For you to have a second crest, it must have been forcibly implanted after birth.
Is that your theory then?
Yes, it is. To further the theory, if the power exists to implant a crest, then it must be possible to remove one too.
I don't know about that, because logically that would mean abstaining things from her blood, which anyone who knows biology knows that the DNA carried in your blood is shared within every single cell. So you'd have to essentially take every single cell in her body and reconstruct it. Meanwhile, it's possible for things to enter your cells and spread in your body. It's not very easily done to remove.
And that is the real issue at hand.
That's why diseases can pass on through your other cells, because the moment those nuclei come into contact, it spreads.
I could have one removed?
That's what Hanneman is working on understanding. I'm helping him with it.
Professor Hanneman.
Based on your reaction, it seems you want one of your crests removed. I don't think I'd give up having 2 crests if I were you.
Is that so? Even if you've gone through horrifying experiments, endless trauma, and if you knew that all this pain meant you'd die very, very young? That's what you'd think? You're completely lacking in empathy, so of course you would make such a crass and foolish assumption.
Oh, wait, what?
This one ought to do.
They interact? What?
What are you doing, Seiros?
I'm picking out logs to carry back and chop into firewood.
You can't expect to carry all these by yourself. Let me help.
No, I got it. I don't want you getting hurt. Logs are heavy sometimes.
I'm well aware. You should accept the help being offered. I'm older and wiser. I know best.
Huh?
Lysithea, you seem a bit shaky. You okay?
Yep, totally fine. I'm just kind of losing my grip on this log. Ah! Well, that wasn't much help as it turned out. I didn't realize they'd be that heavy. I couldn't even walk in a straight line.
I told ya, logs are heavy sometimes. It's hard work if you're not used to it.
I feel foolish.
Well, if you've learned your lesson, I'm gonna go carry the other logs.
Hang on. Shouldn't you rest for a bit?
Wood still needs chopping. I got a bunch of other stuff needs doing before sundown, too.
In that case, let me help you carry the chopped wood.
You know how rough firewood is? You'll get splinters if you carry it with your soft hands.
You can't be serious.
You're just not cut out for this kind of work. Look at your hands. They're like a princess's.
No.
No point in you learning to chop wood, is there? You don't need to know how to do that stuff. You and me live in different worlds. There's no point lowering yourself down into mine.
Oh.
Our worlds aren't so different. We're together right now, aren't we?
Sure, we live in the same places now, but that's not gonna last forever. Don't see how it could. Unless I actually turned into your little brother or something.
That's interesting as hell. I was not expecting them to interact.
Now then, where is that book on dance?
Hello, Flane. I'm curious if you could confirm some suspicions I have.
Hello, Linhart. What is it?
I've recently been lost in study on the topic of Saint Setheline. You're familiar with her life, yes?
I know a little of her, as do many. But what does this have to do with me?
Interesting that you would ask that. Your question betrays your understanding of my inquiry.
I am quite certain that it does not, as a matter of fact.
I have interviewed several members of the Academy and the Monastery. All agree that you have trouble focusing on detail-oriented work. As I mentioned, I have been carefully researching Saint Setheline's history, and I found several intriguing anecdotes concerning her life. Granted, it is not stated explicitly in the text, but it is easy enough to read between the lines and get to the underlying truth. The authors of several tomes, all written within 50 years of St. Sethleen's passing, imply she found it difficult to maintain focus on detail-oriented tasks. Then, just this morning, as I was studying statues of St. Sethleen, I came to realize how similar her visage is to your own. Interesting, no?
I do not appreciate your disrespectful approach to this topic.
No disrespect intended, I assure you. St. Sethleen is a major saint. I only mean to say that looking like her is an honor.
I actually meant that you are being disrespectful to Saint Sethleen.
There was one other item.
If you must.
You are quite skilled in white magic, yes? My understanding is that you have a very high affinity for the art.
Yes, I do. I am confident in my abilities. I am glad of my abilities, for it is a way in which I am able to help others.
Indeed. Once more an echo of Saint Sethleen. I'm so curious as to why such similarities exist.
Same person.
Her crest? Perhaps hereditary traits then? Or is it possible I am allowing myself to see patterns where there are none?
I am very busy searching for a book. I will be going now.
Seen that one. Seen this one. Ooh. Poison Strike's actually really good. Well, it probably depends on the difficulty and how buffy Linhardt is as a DPS, because... Well, DPS, If he lands a hit, the targeted foe loses up to 20% of their max HP after the combat. So if you strike enough to get them down to 80%, then Poison Strike should theoretically kill them.
A new...
Dark Bishop gets a really good ability at the very end. For now, I'm going to move him into Mage.
I patch.
perfect comprehension.
As you should have. Time to go for a battle of Grun. Oh my god. Battle at Grunda Field.
My, thank you so much.
So this is Gronder Field. Hey, Teach. Not a bad place to wage war, is it? I knew you'd understand. Plenty of places to hide, and our pick of paths to advance through. It's the perfect battlefield for our tactics. I have my eye on that low hill over there. See it? It's the ideal spot to lure our enemies to, and then surround them with fire. Gotcha, Teach. I know. We want all students to make it back to the monastery. With you in command, we can't lose. The Imperial Princess and the Crown Prince don't stand a chance.
Professor, Claude, what are you two talking about?
What do you expect? It's Claude. I am certain he was foisting more of his ill-advised schemes on our poor professor.
Oh, you have me all figured out, Lawrence. You know me better than I know myself.
Win or lose, it's an honor just to participate in the legendary Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
We've got to win so we can show Captain Gerald what we're made of.
Show it, Leonie.
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I shall give it my all.
Yay, Flynn.
Just stay quiet and follow along so I don't get in anyone's way.
Marianne, it's okay.
That will not be acceptable, Marianne. The whole point of this exercise is for each house to act as one.
Sophia's got a point.
Do your best. I can't wait to see how well everyone does.
All right, sounds like Hilda will be taking control of a central hill and watching the battle from there. It's almost time. Come on, Teach. The battle starts now.
Ring it. I need Claude to fight the two heads of the opposing houses for the point of teasing them. I hope he makes another jab at Dimitri of being in puppy love with Edelgard. I want that really bad now.
Much appreciated.
I am ever...
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is set to begin at long last. Everyone, show off the results of your dedicated training.
Remember, we're not just fighting for honor. There's a prize at stake.
It's almost time to begin. Steel yourselves, everyone.
You all should know, I am not about to go easy on you today.
As long as we can pull off the win, doesn't matter how.
Our victory must be absolute, no matter what it may take.
Time to fight.
It is time.
Forward, now!
For honor!
Battle.
Let us away.
Okay. There we go. Now...
Ready and willing.
Leave it to me.
I'll go.
Who, me?
Stay focused.
I got this.
Ready.
Yay, dodge. Piss off.
Wow.
Black Eagles and the Golden Deer are already in battle? We should take this chance to break through the Black Eagle's flank.
Oh shit.
Won that.
Should I have held back?
Plenty more where that came from.
I'll do my best.
Unless Sophia just does not care.
I will draw the Black Eagles out, Your Highness.
Yes. And while you are...
Each battle, a chance to grow.
That's the Golden Deer for you.
Ready.
My plan is flawless.
so flawless it didn't work.
Let's turn the tables.
As expected.
You lost to me? How?
Good to go.
I'll do my best.
Should have trained better. Still.
Next time, bring your friends. Too easy.
I got this.
Ready.
Hi, Al.
That is that.
Ready and willing. It was a good try.
Stay focused.
There we are. Yep, come along, Elle. Let's have a fight.
Hey, princess, heads up. There's a rat right by your imperial feet.
Oh, what a dick!
How dare you make a fool of me? You will not rile me with such childish tactics.
Oh, Edelgard.
Ah, so the sheer terror in your eyes was something else entirely. My mistake. Anyway, it was only a joke.
You really hope to unsettle me with childish jokes? It won't work. You must stand and fight.
Aww. He's screwed with her. Oh, poor girl.
I'm not done yet.
Need to pat that poor girl's
I'm
shoulder.
sorry, but I must retreat. You should have no trouble winning. Don't give up.
Oh, well. Oh, you pussy. Get here.
You fought well.
No. Master.
Leave it to me. Who, me?
Ready.
Too slow.
I'll do my best. Forgive me.
Hey, your royalness. If you promise to let me have the prize, I'll let you take the honor of victory. Do we have a deal?
Enough of your foolishness. Wait a moment. You are trying to anger me, is that it?
Saw right through me, did you? Well, if there's no deal, I'll just have to win this thing fair and square.
Aw, no teasing.
I will happily face you here and now. Do not hold back, Claude.
Okay.
I suppose my training wasn't enough. The Blue Lions have no choice but to retreat.
That is the end of this year's The Golden Deer.
The one nation that wasn't a part of the battle.
A victory worthy of a feast. We did so well, there's no way we didn't secure that prize.
Victory! And there we go.
Well done, Claude. I see your schemes are not to be underestimated.
Yes, I must wholeheartedly agree. As ever, I have proven to be no match for you.
It is the utmost honor to receive praise from your voice. I'm kidding, of course. Really, though, I was lucky to have Teach on my side. In all honesty, you two made me work for it. If I had to face you again, there's no telling which way it would go. What do you think, Teach? How did the other houses fare?
Like, Elle was fucking up
Not strong enough,
everything.
clearly. If there's ever a next time, know that I plan to wipe that smile from your face.
Okay.
In any case, I hope the day never comes when we have to put this experience to use.
Agreed. I would hate to know a future in which I'm forced to cross swords with you.
I wouldn't mind. I'll accept a challenge from either of you at any time. I'm kidding, of course.
No, you're not.
Well, now that the
Liar.
three-way battle has ended in an alliance victory, I dare say it's time for some post-battle reconciliation. The victor has but one request. Hear me out. When we get back to Garrigmach, let's have a grand feast to break down the walls between our respective houses.
And by that, you want to find out all their secrets.
And by a grand feast, I mean a fairly regular feast in the dining hall.
Yeah.
I accept your proposition. Please notify me once your preparations are complete.
It seems I have no choice but to drown my sorrow at losing in overindulgence. I'll help you with the preparations.
Aww.
It's not a feast if you don't eat too much. Leave it to the Imperial Princess to say such wonderful things.
That's not exactly what I said, but forget it. Laugh all you want.
Oh, boy.
Well, if you insist. Hey, Teach. Looks like you're having a good time, too. Seeing you smile like that means we've got no choice but to have a great time tonight. Let's get going.
That doesn't come across as negative. Yeah, of course you want a good time tonight. Of course you do. I'm just glad I'm finally at the part of the game where the
I
pace
can't believe
picks
our
up.
house leader ate so much he passed out. I guess he should just sleep it off? Oh, Professor! Great work today.
As long as we have you and Claude, the Golden Deer House is unstoppable.
I am sure we did not require Claude for our victory, but it certainly would not have been possible without our professor.
Yes.
I'm so pleased to be in your class, Professor. You truly bring out the best in us.
Let's keep fighting and winning.
I knew the tactics you learned from the captain would be something else. I better work harder to catch up.
I have had the opportunity to experience much. Please allow me to offer you my gratitude once more, Professor. Because of you, I managed to get through the fight without feeling like a burden. Thank you, Professor. I hear Lady Rhea and Sothis are singing your praises too.
Just wait until you see my true power. You all worked hard.
You're always
He's
so
not even
modest.
there.
You really showed
Oh, no,
them,
he is.
Teach. I would really hate to be on your bad side.
Oh look, Claude has been revived.
Your tactics were ingenious, and you've somehow mastered the power of the King of Liberation's relic. You really are incredible.
I've mastered it despite I've not used it once so far. Thank you, Claude. I am just that good.
Though you can be a bit absent-minded at times. Your mind is like a giant bowl with a tiny crack in it.
Claude, saying that only makes your own mind bowl seem tiny.
Thank you, Hilda.
How dare you? My bowl is much bigger than Teach's.
You wish.
Unfortunately, it doesn't just have a crack. The whole bottom of my bowl is missing.
Ah, fair enough.
In other words, you are the absent-minded one, not our professor.
That's true. He just admitted it.
Oh.
It's unusual to hear you laughing, Marianne. Your smile is really cute.
I agree. You really don't know how beautiful. Never mind.
everyone just punch Lorenz, alright?
It feels so great to laugh and joke around like this, doesn't it? Well, look at that. Someone's having a secret rendezvous in the courtyard.
Please be Edelgard and Dimitri.
All joking aside, I'm having trouble sizing you up, Teach. The honest truth is that I'd hate to have you as an enemy. If possible, I wish for you to fight by my side. If I could use the sword of the Creator, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. I bet if I could use it, you would trust me to, right? That selflessness may be what I like best about you.
I can only call your deeds during the Battle of the Eagle and Lion quite versatile.
Comparing against their performance at the mock battle of the Great Tree Moon, the students have grown significantly. It is clear that this is a result of your guidance.
Yep, give
In
me all the
appreciation
praise.
of your efforts and to show our high hopes for the future of your students, I award you with this. Please continue to instruct your students as a model teacher.
So, you've made good use of all my power after all. I would have been upset if you had failed at such an easy task.
It pains me to assign such a disturbing mission to you during such a blessed moment in time. However, next month your assignment will be to journey to Rhea Village to investigate an abnormal occurrence there.
Rhea Village. If I recall, you've been there with your father many times.
I have yet to ascertain the details, but it would seem the villagers have been acting strangely.
Downright insane. Yeah,
I have
that's
already
wrong,
dispatched the knights to verify the authenticity of this information. They should be back shortly. I suggest you begin by finding out what they have discovered.
I pray this is not a bad omen.
It definitely is. Sorry, Rhea.
May the goddess protect you all.
Thank you for that, Lance. And my class should be over-leveled. Like, Sifia is definitely going to kill the Death Knight again for more Dark Seals.
Part 1. White Clouds. Red Wolf Moon.
The Flame in the Darkness.
The Flame in the Darkness. Hoarfrost now graces treetops and open fields alike, and an icy chill, blown in from the north of Fargus, blankets the land. All of Fodlan's creatures begin to settle in for a long winter. The setting sun bathes the full winter coat of every wolf in a foreboding scarlet glow. Hunters can now spread the word that the Red Wolves are back on the prowl.
That's what we're dealing with. Is there no chance it's an infectious disease?
There are no absolutes in medicine, but the chances are extremely slim. Restless movements, fits of violence, becoming bedridden, or even impossible to wake. With symptoms that varied, there are only a few possibilities. It's either a mixture of poisons or magic, and dark magic at that.
You're talking about Rhea Village, aren't you, Manuela?
Oh my, if it isn't Gerald. Tell me, what was the first thing you heard?
Everything, after you mentioned that it's not likely an infectious disease. My child and I owe the people of Rhea Village. If something's happening there, we must help them.
We scouted the area ourselves. Speak with the knights, hear what they have to say. I must go. Thank you for your help, Manuela.
You know, I'm more than willing to go with you to Rhea Village. After all, I owe you my life. If you'd like, I bet we could even manage the mission all by ourselves. Just the two of us.
Well, nice.
Professor! A bit of a tease, are we? A girl could get used to this side of you.
Nice try, but I'll be going to the village as well. Enough nonsense. It's time to move out.
As you like. Goodbye, Gerald. Goodbye, Professor.
I'll be in my office making preparation. If you have the time, it would be helpful if you could go ahead and talk to the knights. Hey, what's wrong? If anything feels off, return to the infirmary. No need to just grin and bear it. Got it?
Ugh, what could have caused such dizziness? I felt it too. Actually, I felt that way before.
It's... That would...
Oh. Help? Not a...
I would like...
I could've... I feel...
It was... This could be... It was... It was...
That was... You're... Let's do... Let's... I'm...
I have a question. I see.
Oh, your response can be stop complaining and go to class.
Tomas doesn't seem to be here. Oh well, that's fine.
Oh really? Is it now?
I've been researching the hero's relics a lot since we last spoke to him. I found out something interesting.
Something interesting?
It's about the connection between crests and the hero's relics. The crest stone of each relic is carved with a specific crest, the one that has the ability to wield it properly. The crests are the keys. You need the right one to safely use a hero's relic.
Yeah.
The only thing I can't figure out is, why doesn't the Sword of the Creator have a crest stone bearing a crest?
Because it's lodged into my heart. Literally. It's by the whim of the goddess, it had one in the past.
Precisely. At least, that's my current guess. There's more. I believe the crest stones might be the source of the relic's inhuman power. When Miklon transformed into a black beast, he was taken over by something that originated from the crest stone.
Yeah.
And the crest stone was on his body. It all seems to add up. Now, look at this picture I found in the library.
Oh, look!
That creature is called the Immaculate One, who was supposedly sent by the goddess to save the followers of Seiros.
And is Seiros herself? Look at on the nose. Big cresta.
See the pattern on its brow? And a faint circular boundary? Isn't it possible that's a crest stone?
It definitely is. Who the hell would have drawn that picture and left it there?
If all this is true, then crest stones are what power the ability to assume massive forms, like that of the Immaculate One.
Yeah. The thing is, the crest stones would likely be coming from the body of the dragons.
And maybe the hero's relics can harness that transformative power.
Deviant art. No, I don't think this was deviant art.
Oh, it is you. Have you seen Tomas recently?
Oh, this is how to piss off Sothis. The moment he sees that drawing, he's gonna want it.
No such luck. I was hoping to speak with him myself, but he seems to be out on the town.
I see. Well... Where did you find that picture?
It was in the library. Why do you ask? Is it something my youthful eyes shouldn't be seeing?
No, of course not. However, that is not part of this library's collection. It must belong to Tomas. It would be problematic if it got mixed in with the other books. I will take possession of it for now.
Take it away where no one can see it, you mean?
What was that?
Well, that's what Tomas said. He said records that the monastery doesn't approve of tend to disappear.
Tomas said that? Preposterous. I have far too much to accomplish to waste time with this foolishness.
He was certainly in a hurry. I wonder if he's off to confront Tomas. Well, he took the picture, so I guess that's that for now. I'll see you later, Teach.
Well, no shit. It's literally a drawing of one of his siblings.
The church is hiding something after all. Some massive secret about relics and crests.
To me, this sort of information should have been covered in Edelgard's route, and not Claude's. Well, route. Either way, Claude is kind of just thrown in. It makes more sense for Edelgard, the one who's gone through crest experimentation, and who clearly knows the church has more secrets, to try and delve for those secrets out of the church before starting a war with them. Meanwhile, Claude's just like, oh yeah, I want all the secrets, despite it's nothing to do with me or my homeland.
A secret that must have something to do with the professor's true identity.
And linking that together is just fucking ridiculous. It's none of his business. This fucking route better not do more than church route. That would be ridiculously annoying.
Much appreciated.
Come, we have work to do.
I'm ready. Well, we did it.
It all makes sense now.
No, I like Claude, but it makes no sense for him to stick his nose into the church's business, really, at all. And even if it is kind of obvious that they're hiding something, ultimately most people would come to the consensus of, it's none of my bloody business. And even if they didn't, they wouldn't find anything like that.
This isn't so hard.
A bloody drawing of Seiros as a dragon. Yeah, good luck with that one. Just saying. Speaking of which, who would have even been able to get that drawing, considering, you know, Seiros herself would have had to stand still and let that happen? It makes no sense that she would do such a thing. She knows the layout of her own body, so why would she need it drawn? Unless it was from one of the members of the Empire back when she allied with them. Which, even then, why would that sort of record end up here? Wouldn't that be kept likely by the Imperial line, which would be Edelgard's family, who clearly know the secret? No other family seems to know. Not even the ones who carry the crests of the other saints. Like, Linhart's family likely knows nothing, Bernadetta's family likely knows nothing, and Ferdinand's family likely knows nothing. And the only other crest not accounted for is the crest of Macuel, who didn't seem to have passed on a crest for some reason, and I'm very interested to see why.
I do not know why it is so, but being here makes me feel quite unwell. I am so sleepy and a bit...
Aww.
It is a struggle merely to stay conscious. Are you feeling the same? And yet, it feels familiar. As though pulled from a corner of my memory. From a time long ago. I simply cannot fathom it.
Aww. Sothis. How much trouble would we get in for petting the dragon? And I say dragon because it's very likely she is one, considering, you know, Seiros is one of her children and can turn into a dragon. Kind of sad I've made more progress with Rhea as a female character than I am as a male one, when I was actively trying to get her attention. I might save it up for next playthrough. Hello there, Rick. How are you?
What is it? Sorry, how would you know? My act was perfect. Alas, 'tis no mere illness of the body, but a malign affliction of mine soul.
Oh god, it's really early for you.
Back to bed.
Wait, almost 6 AM for you? I thought it'd be like almost 7.
Hey, I know you figure medicine is all about preventing infection and suppressing symptoms with, well, medicine. That's probably obvious. But magical healing is focused on closing up wounds faster, raising a body's vital energy. Stuff like that.
It is almost 2 PM for me. Oh yeah, same here, Rick. I want it to cool down really bad.
Hello, you want me to... You just say the word. Don't worry, it's only... I know you've medicine, but
I still...
Windsweep, it's good to have you back.
Professor, he left? I wonder what they could have to talk about. I guess that wouldn't... Still, though.
Essentially, Joey. Pretty much, yes.
Maybe.
I didn't catch a single fish last month. But this, I'm casting my line. You're going with the captain. It feels like so long ago.
I'm worried about Remire. I'm pretty sure it's not normal. Then what?
Greetings! Oh, he's been gone for periods of time before and has always returned, so I'm not too worried. Still...
I was about to say 84 degrees Celsius would kill you really quick.
What in the world?
How quickly do you want to die? Go anywhere of that temperature and you're gonna find yourself dying very quickly.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
You know, Professor, the tournament fish, and the meal we indulged in after the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, why, all of the food I've eaten in this monastery has been absolutely delectable. Every last bite of it.
Food really is the only thing you think about, huh?
Hardly. I think about all sorts of things.
Oh, like tomorrow's menu, for instance? I have a request.
Hey! When news reached us of the disturbance, ours was the first unit dispatched to Remire. We had renowned scholars and accomplished magic wielders with us. In all honesty, I was scared witless the entire time.
I'd say she looks better than Yang.
For all we knew, it was an epidemic like the rumors suggested. And rumors aside, that place had an eerie air about it that chilled you, right to the bone.
Investigating remark.
Hi, Edelgard.
They say that things rarely, if ever, go according to plan. Still, plan we must. After all, if we don't effectively force things to go our way, nothing will be achieved.
Which is what you tried to do by hiring bandits at the very beginning of the game to kill your enemies.
How about you, Professor? Are you leading the life you envisioned for yourself?
Not really, no. If you're her house leader, you can actually answer that question, and it kind of wavers her reaction of it.
Hey, Professor, can I get your advice on something? I just don't know what to do anymore. I used to think they were the best, but now I can't even stand... Good point, Professor.
That looks
That looks epic.
May as well go and see a very, 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 very sleepy Sothis, but hey. Hi.
It is almost time to begin.
「あ
Thanks for that item that increases my magic, I'm pretty sure. Thanks. She just gave me the best set of gifts she could. Also, nice little hidden touch here is the fact that by coming here you can get Verona. The item has an interesting description. Blessed by the goddess herself, this vegetable is as tasty as it is beautiful. Well, why can we find something like that right near Sothis while she's on the verge of sleep? Blessings, I wonder. Anyway. I can actually check on supports while in here. Yeah, secret book. Dexterity. Black pearl. Charm. There's nice subtle hints that always imply that she's the goddess. To be fair, I guessed it before I even played the game, but that's not the point. The fact that the game itself throws hints with the items she drops, like items that permanently increase stats in your lineup.
Congratulations. I certainly feel like I earned a special reward. I was afraid you might say that.
Let's see this interaction.
Ah, so hungry. I gotta eat something.
Again, Raphael? Here, perhaps this will suffice.
Really? I can have this? But don't you need to eat after all that training?
We can't have you starving, can we? Your strength is a great asset. It would be a terrible loss if you fell faint in battle. Besides, no true noble can look upon the hungry with indifference.
Seriously? Wow, that's awful generous of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But listen while you eat. I believe it would benefit you to pay more attention to the way you carry yourself in the company of your betters.
That's really rude.
It is the duty of the nobility to protect the common folk. And, in return, the commoner is expected to show deference and respect. Naturally, I understand that there is a certain tendency toward familiarity because we are classmates. However...
Oh, that was tasty.
Raphael, did you hear a word I just said?
Oh, hey! I sent my little sis some of that fancy treat you gave me a while back. She wrote back to say that it was tasty and to thank you. So thanks.
That is excellent news. I'm pleased to hear that you both enjoyed it. But there's no need for you to thank me. It was actually a gesture of gratitude in the other direction, from me to you. Thanks to the wisdom of your words, I have begun to consider my approach to dining in a completely new way. Mealtime has proven to be ideal for the study of character. It is a tool I intend to make great use of as the leader of the Alliance.
Yep. It's just like I told you. Food tastes better when you eat with good company.
That's not quite what I meant. No matter. You are satisfied, I trust?
I could probably keep eating, but I'm ready to train. All right. Time to get back to it so I can protect my buddy Lawrence.
I've not quite gotten through to you, have I? It is not the duty of a commoner to protect a noble. That is fundamentally against the order of society.
But if you hadn't given me food just now, I couldn't have survived on the battlefield because I'd be too weak to train. Who'd take care of my little sis if I wasn't around? She'd probably end up starving to death as well. In a way, by feeding me, you're protecting her too.
It was only a little food. There's no need to get carried away.
You're a real decent noble, you know that? Worrying so much about my sister and all. All I gotta do is protect you. Then you protect everyone else, right?
I'm not certain your logic is sound, but your strength is undeniable. Very well. Do as you like. Dining certainly is a window to the soul. Eating with you has helped me to see that I've misjudged you. You're not some gluttonous simpleton. You are grateful for the protection the nobility offers, and eager to emulate our example.
I think you're overselling it. Oh, yay! Let's see how well they get on.
Found you! Hello, Lysithia. Hilda? What's that box you're holding? It's making me nervous for some reason.
Oh, God.
Your big sister Hilda's here, and she's going to make you look all grown up. I, don't recall ever asking you to... That's right, I knew exactly what you needed. You didn't have to ask. Now take a seat.
Oh, God.
With makeup, you can't just pick your favorite colors. You must choose colors that suit you and the occasion. If you'll be up close and personal, if you're going to a ball, for example, you want to keep it subtle. On the other hand, if you're going to be on stage, the colors should be overt. I've never used makeup before. It sounds complicated. Let's put up your hair to show off your neck. But we'll leave a few strands hanging to make you look more vulnerable. Why would I want to appear vulnerable? I don't want to be attacked.
Aww.
This is for wooing, not warring. When you're older, you might understand the importance of looking a little vulnerable. You're treating me like a child. But I guess it's mostly harmless. Now, when you're standing, put your non-dominant foot a step back. It looks more elegant. When sitting, don't lean back, but don't slouch either. And ensure at all times you are gracefully extending your fingers. Gracefully extending? Suddenly standing and sitting are an exhausting activity. Hilda, that's enough. This is wearing me out. I knew you had potential. You'll go far, my darling.
Alright, don't give them shit. They're both good, both of them.
A couple of years to develop your charms, and no girl will outmatch you. I'm not sure I'm cut out for this type of thing. Oh, believe me, you are. With a little help from me, you'll have men falling at your feet. No thanks. You're more suited to such things. I'll leave it to you. I haven't the time or the energy to fuss over how I'm perceived. Even with my best efforts, I'll never be as good at this as you are. Still, this was rather fun. Thank you, Hilda. She really is brimming with untapped potential. When she smiles like that, wow, even my heart skips a beat.
This is kind of throwing the same sort of hints as Dorothea's interactions with Edelgard. Okay. You know what? Yeah, sure. It's not really a running joke, though, because no one else but you seems to perceive Hilda as a whore. And definitely not Lysithia. Lysithia definitely isn't one.
You've been an enormous help. Thanks so much. Excuse me. I have some more supplies that just arrived for the infirmary. Oh, were there more? I thought I'd gotten them all. I just have bandages and other small things, but there might be more coming. Well, I just got the boys to bring in the heavy bottles. Looks like we can't fit all of it without some rearranging, though. You know, if you'd arrived earlier, you could have helped me tidy up. My apologies. I don't really need your apologies. I need your help. Oh, okay. How can I help? How can you help? I said tidy up, didn't I? See the shelves there? See if you can clear out some space and tuck away the bandages. I can try. Hey, careful, Marianne. There's some strong stuff in those bottles. I'm sorry. No, look. Just leave the bandages for now and move the bottles from the shelf. I can do that. Now the bandages fell. No. So in the end, I did it all by myself. I'm sorry that I was no help. I just got in your way. It's fine. We'll even it out with pastries. You want me to get you pastries? I guess I can. You seem so thoughtful and composed, but you're surprisingly clumsy. It's such an odd mix. I practically have no choice but to take over for you. You're right. I'm sorry.
Poor girl. Any more? Nope. Okay. Mine.
It was for. You can't. If I take as you were that want. Hey now. I have a favor to ask. It was. If I take as you that want. Hey now. Hey you. Hey you. Do me a favor.
Professor, you seem unwell. How are you faring? If you're not feeling well, I'd strongly recommend some rest.
Let me consider. Professor, there are more nights the underlying. It is most distressing. Professor, if it were in...
Professor, I can offer nothing more. I am in your debt, Professor. I thought if only... Professor, just, of course, I have to be feel, and then I'd never go.
Professor. I get it.
Oh, the story.
Professor, I heard about it's certainly troubling. If it's a contagion. Oh? Well, your words are oddly persuasive.
Hey.
I am so happy to be. I honestly cannot recall the last. It reminds me of when I was a child. That was so very long ago now. Oh, I mean, very, 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 very long ago.
That subtle hint at her being over 1,000 years old.
And...
Professor! The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was such
Come on,
good fun, don't you think?
Ignatz, how long are you going to...
Oh, come on. What an incredible...
True. If they...
Hey, please. Could you... Fantastic. Thanks, Professor.
Need something, Professor? I was just asking Monica here to be less demanding of Lady Edelgard's time.
I love how if
Need
you're not...
some... I was just...
I love how if you're not in the house as well, he doesn't even respond to you.
This, the legend, that means I have...
Sorry. Don't... Plenty more where that came from. sure where that came from. Strength hit. Should have trained better.
Who am I interacting with? Who have I just gained a rank with? Oh, Manuela, okay. Skip. Oh.
Oh, dear. Oh, what should I do? I can't open the door in this state.
She's hungover as hell.
Manuela, you simply must... Hold on. Where are my clothes? Oh, What is my dressing robe belt caught on? I can't tie this properly. Oh. I would hope, Professor, that you have the decorum to pretend you've heard nothing. Anyway, I'll be just another moment. Patience, please. Hello. Sorry to have kept you waiting. So, what do you want? Excuse me? You had a reason for coming here, I assume. I've put a lot of time and effort into making it possible to talk with you, you know. No, you've done nothing wrong. Actually, I didn't have a good night. Never mind. You heard from him? The fellow from last night? Huh. What did he have to say? Yeah, figures. Kind of saw it coming, actually. That's why I came back to my room and went to bed. To get over it. Thank you for checking in on me. Was that all you wanted? Well then, good night.
Oh, God. I feel bad for her, but at the same time, God damn.
Really?
Professor, how are you feeling, Professor? Are you sick? If so, I would urge you not to push yourself too hard. Just my natural talent. Nothing.
Well...
During the Red, you were off a reminder. May the goddess protect all of you.
Okay.
Right.
Really? Yes. This is a place of mysteriousness. In a place alike to this place, you can imagine the goddess of Fodlan truly existing.
She's not just the goddess of Fodlan, though. She's literally the goddess of the entire
At times
world.
I miss those places in Bridget. At times, I am missing those places so painfully.
I'll say, you can't go in there, asshole.
What is it? I'm in the middle of my daily duties. I assume you know by now that the four saints are all-important figures in the teachings of Seiros.
And if you look at his positioning, he's closest to the statue of Saint Cephaline, who was obviously created in the likeliness of his daughter, and that's the saint he prays to most. What a good dad.
Still, I have a particular fondness for Saint Cephaline.
See?
I have something to ask of you.
He loves his child. Good guy. So the thing that's interesting is the hair in sections is similar, but the way it goes around the back, technically, if you did remove Flynn's hair to do that, it would look a lot like that. And Seiros' hair does something similar as well. The resemblance of Sothis and Saint Keyhole is a bit less apparent, though he's just grown facial hair, really. Oh well.
Oh, goodness. Please be careful.
And there's the quest of some boy wanting to give a love letter to Rhea.
Please, though when I could use your help.
Good day, Professor. Well then...
Remire Village. If you had not been there, something terrible could have happened. Did one of the house leaders... It will remain a mystery for...
Even if I spend all of my time rummaging through this library, there's a limit to the knowledge that can be gained. Apparently, it only contains books whose contents have been deemed appropriate by the church. If only Tomas were around. I bet he has some interesting stories he could regale us with.
That's because he's completely against the Church of Seiros, the children of the goddess, and, you know, the goddess herself. So, you know.
I fear I may become a social recluse soon. My life consists of wearing a groove in the floor between the library and the dining hall. Although I guess a real recluse wouldn't leave their room, eh? That would be me if you weren't my teacher. Locked away in my room, reading, napping, never to be seen. You know, I never see Bernadetta outside of class. I wonder what it is that she does in her room all day.
Probably sewing.
I wonder how Remire Village is faring. Hopefully we're not dealing with some new epidemic. It wouldn't be unheard of. Almost 20 years ago, a terrible plague blazed through Fargus. It even hit the capital city, taking the Queen Consort's life. Or so I heard. The whole kingdom was in an uproar over that loss. The person who saved the kingdom wasn't a doctor, but a holy woman, the fair Lady Cornelia. After that, she was awarded the honor of being a mage in the service of the royal family. She sounds like an amazing woman, but she must be pretty old by now. But hey, maybe she's aged like a fine wine.
Or like milk.
Really?
Hey, Professor, I picked Want to trade me what you're holding for it? Thanks, Professor. This is great. The Knights, I'd sure like... Then again, I don't know. Sir... The Knights go out from Garrig. I'd sure like a job like that one day. Then again...
He wants to be a knight of Seiros. Hey, we're all cool with that.
Professor, Captain Gerald...
The situation there is worrying, yes.
Are you not feeling okay?
If you must go to the village, make sure...
Hey, you.
Professor, do you ever wish you could return to your life as a mercenary? Is that so? This month's assignment will... It was in Remire that you first met Alois and the rest of his order, was it not? Half a year has come and gone since then. It was half a year.
I can't help the way I feel about you. I've fallen for a high-class person that I shouldn't have fallen in love with. Yeah, essentially. A high-class person who is also a dragon.
I appreciate this.
She's at least nice enough to take it in stride. It's like, oh yeah, I appreciate it. I don't feel anything at all back, but I appreciate the sentiment. Oh, God.
Impressive.
You actually did it. You delivered it to Lady Rhea. That's so embarrassing. How will I ever face her? Well, thanks anyway. Sorry, kid. There's no way she's gonna do anything for you.
Hello, Professor. Would you mind trading it with me for this? Oh, thank you so much.
Hey!
What?
Well done. You have my thanks. What is it? I assume you know. Still.
If it's not too much of a thank you so much, I'll treasure it.
That's a nice... Why don't you trade it for this? Excellent doing business with you, Professor.
You brought it, Professor? How? Give it here. Excuse me. I asked... Seems... Thanks. I knew I could count on you.
I'm hesitant. you could have just said instead, maybe we should talk about your behavior now. And meanwhile, Leonie's talking about you.
There's someone who's slightly off. Oh well, that adds some color, I suppose. I've never sung a song.
Professor.
That smell. This is so.
Meals always taste best when it is a company of 3 or more at the table.
Do you not enjoy eating when it's just the two of us? You wound me, Flame.
Aww. Poor boy.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
And I guess I can understand your point about her reminding you of Sarah Key.
I did not expect much from the dining hall, but this does not disappoint.
I think Hilda's better. It's like, Sarah Key's a nice enough girl based on her responses and her activity, but being a nice person doesn't necessarily mean you're fun to observe. Let's go to the B rank part 2.
Picking wildflowers? Seems such a common activity for someone like you.
To me, the most beautiful flower is the one that blossoms by its own strength. Lysithea, please accept this as...
Knock it off! Sorry. It's just that the thorns are a bit sharp, and I'm not a fan of killing nature.
True sympathy, even for the smallest wildflower. I admire your kindness. When you inherit your house, that kindness will be a balm to your subjects. They and the neighboring lords will trust you instinctively.
Politics. Again.
The Alliance has been harmed in the past by lords who thought only of themselves, who saw others as a means to an end. But you understand others' pain. With you around, I am quite hopeful that the Alliance will flourish again.
That's not something you should get your hopes up about. House Ordelia will end with my father.
I'm sorry? I understand you have a distaste for politics, but could you really allow a noble house 3 centuries old to fall to ruin?
Over 30 years.
This goes beyond you and even your house. What would become of Fodlan if all its noble houses withered away in such a manner?
You're misunderstanding, Lawrence.
The people would be in disarray. The balance of power would crumble. Chaos would rule.
No, it's just... my body, unfortunately, is not built to last. And I have no siblings. When I die, that's the end.
What?
Noble birth has been nothing but a source of pain for me. For me, and for my parents.
No.
We got sucked into the rebellion in the Empire, and it led to many responsibilities for us. The things we went through. I can hardly bear to speak of it. All I want now is to give my mother and father the chance to live out their years in peace. I intend to do whatever I can to ease the hardships of our people, while I still have life left in me. Naturally, I worry about what will come to pass after I'm gone, but I'm sure things will work out, so long as there are people like you around working so hard for a better future.
So you have been thinking of the future, even despite all of that. I am so sorry. I had no idea. Lysithea, I have offended you most persistently. Please find it in your heart to forgive my impudence.
Don't worry about it. If you're so insistent upon being my friend, I'm sure more tasty snacks and tea will help persuade me. But if speaking of the future holds such importance, better to find someone who actually has one.
I understand. Yes, let's take tea together again soon.
Aww, poor girl. Oh. Seth. Yes.
Flame! There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Yes, I've seen this before, but I love these two. They're good, okay?
You worry too much, brother.
I think a kidnapping is good cause for concern. I was so worried about you I nearly fainted.
Had that not happened, I would have never been allowed to join the professor's class. Even from something so dire, some good did come of it.
That is a dangerous attitude. This world is full of peril. You must be more vigilant. Please understand, I allowed you to enroll here only because I thought it best for your safety.
I am very much aware of that. You wanted—
Yes, my dear little sister. You are kind beyond all measure, and you are the very picture of innocence. But precisely because of these very fine qualities, I worry about your interactions with the others here. This year's students are particularly eccentric. As your brother, it is my duty to help you with any concerns you may have.
As your father, it is his duty to kill anyone he deems as not appropriate for you to be near, probably.
I do appreciate the offer, but all the students and professors have treated me exceptionally well.
Even so, there must be at least some worry. Please, you need not conceal anything from me.
You worry far too much. There is truly nothing to share, and nothing for you to fret over.
Are you absolutely sure? The idea of you suffering in silence is unbearable to me.
No.
Enough! I made it clear that nothing is wrong. I stand by my word. Well, there is one concern that comes to mind.
What is it? Tell me. I will help however I can.
There is a certain somebody who seems determined to get in the way of my friendships with my classmates.
What? That's horrible. Fear not. I will handle this scoundrel for you. Just tell me his name.
It is you, brother. Now then, I must be on my way.
What was Flame getting at just now? Let's see, was there something else? No matter.
He is a very good dad. Just, poor girl does not. She just wants a break, okay? Just a break. Come on.
Hello.
Professor. Ah, there you are. There is a matter I would like. I believe I've told you this before, but Spiritual instruction, ceremony oversight, donation management, all of the church's I oversee not only the priesthood, but also the Knights of Seiros and the Officers' Academy. The Archbishop entrusts a great deal to my discretion, and I am honored by her confidence. Even when she must make decisions herself, she often seeks my counsel in advance. And yet, your appointment to a teaching position at the Officers' Academy was a complete surprise to me. Not only that, but you have also been entrusted with the Sword of the Creator. I was as surprised as anyone else to learn that. Frankly, I am just not sure how to handle you. I am the Archbishop's right hand, and yet when it comes to you, I have been told almost nothing. Not quite. I do find you to be a trustworthy individual, but my subjective opinion is not enough. I have a duty to be cautious. Should the Archbishop's trust in you prove to be misplaced, it is the faithful who will suffer most. First, I would like to know just how much you know about yourself. You are the child of Geralt Eisner, correct?
That's what I hear.
That's quite a vague reply for such a basic question. In the future, I would advise you to answer such queries with confidence. As the former captain of the Knights of Seiros, Geralt is renowned throughout Fodlan. If you really are his child, then no one would voice any complaint about you joining the Knights. How long has it been since you became a mercenary? Given your youth, that hardly seems likely. Come to think of it, I have never asked your age. Just how old are you exactly?
21 or 22, based on the events of the endgame.
Your face says it all. You truly don't know, do you? Just what was Gerald thinking, raising you this way? Given your responses thus far, I feel as though any further questions would just be a waste of our time. However, permit me to make one thing clear. Whatever her reasons, the Archbishop do not betray that trust.
Professor. Hey. Professor.
The situation.
Let's do this again. Let's.
This could be.
Everything. No. I would like to. I still have. All things. What?
Professor?
Sure.
It has been a while since we last spoke, Professor. You recall how you helped me and allowed me to join your class, yes? I have learned a great many things since then. Indeed, I have truly grown so much. This personal growth is due in large part to you.
Thank you.
And I wish to express my gratitude, sincerely. Excuse me? Are you implying that I am still naive? I will have you know that I have made many friends and am constantly learning new things. Why, when I go to the market alone, I even haggle. You must be familiar with the delicate art of haggling, in which one negotiates a lower asking price for an item. That is the type of knowledge common only to those as mature as myself.
No. How old are you again?
Me? Have you not asked this once before? It is a bit rude to ask repeatedly, you know. Is that so? Well, it seems we have something in common, since I do not know your age either. Come now, there is nothing to be gained from focusing so heavily on age.
Yes, there is. Because the moment you reveal yours, your lie is revealed as well.
Touching on a previous discussion, I think I have learned more about you.
I think you should tell me your age. I want to hear you tell me that you're over 1,000. Come on.
I mentioned how you possess an air of mystery. I compared you to any old sea, but I have come to realize you are more like a particular sea, one I have seen before. When I was quite small, my mother would take me out to play in the sea. She was an excellent fisher, my mother. I grew to love fish deeply because of her. Well, you see, fish are... Oh, wait. I was talking about the sea, was I not? Anyhow, I sense that, like the sea, your depths are seemingly impenetrable. Yet, despite your unknowable depths, there is something familiar about you. It's as if we have met somewhere, long, long ago. No, I do not think so. It is all quite strange, really. I wonder if we might be distant relatives.
In a sense, that actually can kind of work, considering, you know, Byleth carries the progenitor god Sothis, who is technically the mother of her father. So Sothis would technically be her grandmother. Sort of.
No, that cannot be it either. After all, if we were related, that would mean...
That would mean...
Though considering all that Rhea has done, it is not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Oh, apologies. Just muttering to myself.
It's interesting. It's interesting that even Flynn will at times drop the guise of Lady Rhea and refer to her informally. Obviously not by her actual name, but by just Rhea on its own.
Mutterings aside, I mean to say that you do not feel like a stranger to me. For whatever reason, I feel deeply connected to you. And for this, I am glad.
Sim. I guess on with a cinema.
I thought we did a good job.
Nice.
I can do better now.
I've learned a thing or two.
Four, 5, 6, 6. So if I were to... I feel I should do these two first, and then go to one of these. probably oil and water because of the item you get for doing it.
Thank you very much.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
My, thank you so much.
Ready.
I'm not at my best today.
Stay focused.
Who, me? Leave it to me. Leave it to me. I just worked harder.
Ready and willing.
I got this.
I'll go. Battle?
Who, me? Who, me? Let us away. Of course I won.
Stay focused.
It could get rough.
Ready.
I'd rather be napping. Give up.
That is that. I'm not... spent.
Leave it to me.
I got this.
Who, me?
I'll go.
Stay focused. Should I have held back?
Ready and willing.
Let us away.
Ready.
Leave it to me. Who, me?
Battle.
I'm guessing. Sorry, don't know my own strength.
I'll do my best.
That is that.
Who, me?
I got this. Strength in action. Making my...
Stay focused. As expected.
I'll go.
I'll do my best. Hiring for greatness.
Who, me?
I guess.
Let us away.
I feel.
Battle?
Leave it to me. Yes!
Another.
Nobles.
My brother will be pleased.
Ready and willing.
That's all there is to.
Should have trained better.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
I think I'm gonna call it for now, and then come back on later. I need a drink. So, see you guys soon.